So just walk me through that. Walk me through getting past that. Like, did you have like an encounter or something? Outside, did you have some sort of icebreaker outside of the one you just explained this got to the point where you was like, all right, well, I'm comfortable now. I can do it anywhere.
Hey, bro, never had me this vulnerable again.
Hey, go ahead.
I was about to make his ass freestyle. Canada Cape Cod, I love you.
Yummy. That's my intro. All right, folks. We back in the lab. We back in the studio. This is Captain's Law Podcast. I'm your host, Rob, home of your sports trending topics, and today, interviews. Right now, I got my good man with me, Mr. Olot Parking Lot himself. Let's give him a clap. Let's clap him in. What's up, man?
How you doing, bro?
How you doing?
I'm feeling 1,000, bro. Your intro is fire, bro.
Bro,
and when I say intro, not just what you just did, but the intro to walk into your space, like that's an incredible impression, bro.
Well, I gotta make sure you're at home. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure you took care. I already know what type of time you was on. I was like, well, let me go ahead and just get an extra and make sure you good. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure out how you really feeling about a half hour or so. You know what I'm saying? Put the peas in the chat for my man.
Put the peas in the chat.
Put the peas in the chat.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Go ahead.
I want to say thank you to Rob off the Brayski because me and Rob started chopping it up early on Instagram or whatever, and I didn't even know he was following me, but he chopped it up with me and said he was following me, and we was talking like we was homies off the break. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I don't know where the fuck that came from, but I started following his podcast. His podcasting is amazing, bro. And it's one of them dudes where he just talk his mind young, and I followed him and I fell in love with his personality in this whole situation. So I want to say thank you for having me here, bro. Like I'm honored to be here, bro. I'm a fan. And I just encourage you when you have something like this that's so, and not even because other people want it, but bro, you are in a space where you're like, I feel like you're cruising in a vehicle and the wheel's not even touching the ground. Like it may be hard, but bro, you in your groove. You know what I'm saying? So just do this shit every day. This shit is fire, bro. You got a lot in your shit too. I fuck with that. Yeah. All right, go ahead, go crazy.
All right, bro. Look, I didn't expect you to come off like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate it, man. So, of course, you know, he explained why we follow each other. I started following you because of photography, bro.
That's
like, it's a lot of people that you know shoot videos, people that I know that shoot videos and photos online, but you kind of got like a signature style. I don't know quite what it is. Maybe you'll explain it to me later, but just something that just drew me to it. You know what I'm saying? Just like your photos, it's like they talk. Your photography is talking to me, and I can't really tell you what it's saying, but it's saying enough. It's saying enough that it's like, bro, you gotta hit the follow. I was tempted to hit the notification joint. I need to know when the posts go up. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of time you got me on. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, bro. So back to you. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing it, and you keep it up as well.
I appreciate that so much, bro.
So let's get into it, man. So tell me about the name. Where did Olot come from?
All right, so we're going to chop it up?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to chop it up. So this shit really started from everything 1,000. I started saying 1,000 because everybody back then when I was young was saying, keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100, 100. I was this kid that always had a whole bunch of energy. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm going to say keep it 1,000. So I started drawing it, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of became like a mantra of what I expressed as pure, energetic, positive, something that's extra good news, you know what I'm saying? Something that's just explaining something just like to the next level without being too much. And I kind of made it me and I made it cool. Long story short, 1000 turned into Olot. Olot is short for One Love 1000. Olot, OLOT, One Love 1000. I consider myself a lover. You know what I'm saying? I was raised by women, so I always do things with love. You know what I'm saying? I'm always considerate. Then boom, you got the 1000. Olot comes from One Love 1000. It just evolved to a whole bunch of different things. I even got a version of it called XOCND, 10 o'clock, no dots. When you look at an electric clock at 10 o'clock with no dots, it's the number 1000. You peeped that?
Oh, you got me thinking now. You done made me use my brain in here.
But that's how I see my photos.
That's what's up, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like so many evolutions. You know what I'm saying? M is the Roman numeral for 1000. You know what I'm saying? X is the Roman numeral for 10. So I just like took that and like that's just how I move. Oh, like that's where it came from.
Okay. And what about the parking lot section?
So when I'm a self-taught photographer, right? I used to work for the Department of Energy or whatever, and I started this whole before this whole podcast and shit started. I was doing the what's the name? I was doing this online like radio show or whatever, right?
Really?
Yes, bro.
What was it called?
It was called what was it called? It wasn't called the Olot Parking Lot. Everything 1000. That's what it was called.
What year was this?
Bruh, you're going to have... I'm going to let everybody know if you're going to ask me my age, I'm 62. But...
Hey, go ahead.
Film God, this was good. I love you. I love you, homie. What's good, Canada Cape Cod? But anyway, bro, this was probably somewhere in between 2018, like... it wasn't even 2018. It was like 2015, bro. Like this was years ago. But long story short, I was running this podcast and I was running this internet radio show. And back then we didn't have Instagram, we had Facebook, right? So I wanted to take pictures of the actual people that I was interviewing instead of taking them off. Because if you remember back then, like especially when people made go-go flyers, they used to take pictures off the internet and make those flyers and shit. I knew everybody I was interviewing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Take them to a spot where we was in Laurel, and we'll have a little photo shoot, and then I'll be able to promote who's coming to the show. You know what I'm saying? People started seeing my flyers and they was like, damn, who taking your pictures? I was like, I'm taking my pictures, you know what I'm saying? Then people start hiring me to start doing the photography thing. So that's how I started doing photography. But anyway, like I studied on YouTube how to learn photography. So I was doing everything like just off the whim. And then I started going out and practicing, and I actually got good at this shit, you know what I'm saying? And even before then, I picked up a camera because Peter Parker's my favorite superhero. And if you remember, he worked at the Daily Bugle as a photographer. So I've always been kind of like reflective of Spiderman. And even through my photography, some of the poses that I got to get in are kind of reflective of Spiderman. You know what I'm saying? So I always kind of like look at these different angles when it comes to like visuals, bro. And that's like, no, anyway, I was doing all this studying in the garage. And during the summertime, sometimes it would rain, bro. Like I was in the garage by myself on YouTube, listening to my music, learning how to do photography, young. And I fell in love with the process, bro. Like I'm getting emotional just thinking about it because it became a space where my friends would start to come and they would just zone out and start doing it. So the garage kind of became the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I was literally in the driveway teaching myself. So I was like, fuck that. I'm going to call it the parking lot. Then one time I had like a get together, you know, and it was so fucking beautiful. Like all these creators showed up, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was a reflection of what I was able to do through photography and bringing people together. So I did that at the Olot Parking Lot. And now that I think about it, you got any questions? I feel like I've been talking for 15 minutes.
No. This where you go off. Go ahead.
The parking lot is a mindset, bro. It's like it's wherever your mind is in the moment and creativity. You know what I'm saying? And in that space, it's safe for you to do whatever you want to without people shitting on your ideas. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it was. I was cooking. You know what I'm saying? I was cooking. So that's where Olot Parking Lot came from.
Okay. Well, look, you definitely gave me more answer than I even thought you was gonna give me, and you led into my next question, which was just overall talking about photography. So you telling me that you only been shooting photography for
No, I started in 2016.
in 2016? That's not a lot of time.
You don't think so?
No, it's not a lot of time to be kind of putting out what you putting out. Usually, I was in the issue I ran into. I was in a lot of photography groups just to be in.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to a certain extent until somebody kind of you put something in there, they be like they look like some shit.
Yeah.
Now we got a problem. But there be guys in there like, oh, I've been doing this for 20 years and all this. Even my main man, I think he been podcasting for 10, 15 years. And you telling me this is what, 6, 7 years?
Yeah.
Bruh.
That's podcasting.
You must have been practicing like shit.
Bro, photography is my vehicle, bro. And it has taken me so many places, you know what I'm saying? And I stopped meeting people. I started meeting spirits, bro. I remember one of my first experiences. I was in Silver Spring, like right between Maryland and DC and Georgia Avenue. And my friend had got me this little yellow windbreaker. This shit was so fucking fire. It was a North Face Joe. And then I had went to Target and got like this little feather chair. And my favorite thing about this chair is my mother broke it and didn't admit it. You know what I'm saying? So I set this shit in the middle of the path and I started taking selfies, practicing by myself because I was supposed to have a photo shoot and somebody didn't show up or whatever.
So you was like, I'm just gonna take the miles.
Bro, and from that very first time, I was like, I'm gonna always practice by myself when people do this. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I'm gonna practice, bro. And I started paying attention to everything. I was already paying attention to everything, but this particular experience was dope because a dude had came across the street in the middle of traffic that asked me what I was doing. He was inquisitive about what I was doing. And I was like, damn, this is a good icebreaker. This is a great way to meet people, you know what I'm saying? And from that day forward, bro, I started caring about it so much that it just brought people into my life that was fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? And then it kind of like sprouted out into these other places.
So, like, how long did it take you to get past like that nervous stage? Because I know for me, where I'm at right now, I'm nervous to shoot in public, and not like so. Like I work downtown. I work at over by the White House. So it's different from when I used to work in the museums where people taking pictures all day to you just being like in somebody's hood. Because honestly, if I have to say what I think is most fascinating to me right now is taking pictures on the other side of town. So a while ago, I was driving to work. So I always take Bladensburg Road to work. That's just what the GPS say. And I always ride past this curry out. And I was like, something about this joint. I was like, that's an original Eddie's, or I think it's Danny's right there. So one day, now I always take my little camera, but I always have my camera with me. I always got my A6000. This is both of these A6000s. I got another one I use to shoot. And I was on the work. It was about 5:45, 6:30 in the morning. I pulled over on the side of the road. It was standing right in the median, like, with a 55 to 210.
Do that.
Just looking like.
Do that.
And I sat there for about 20 minutes taking this picture. I sat on Lightroom for about a half hour. I was like, come on, man, give me something. And I posted it. And people was like, oh, man, that's original joint there. That's original joint. So I was like, all right, so y'all do see what I saw when I took it. But I don't think I could have done that like middle of the day where everybody out front of the joint. So just walk me through that. Walk me through getting past that. Like, did you have like an encounter or something? Outside, did you have some sort of icebreaker outside of the one you just explained this got to the point where you was like, all right, well, I'm comfortable now. I can do it anywhere.
Hey, bro, never had me this vulnerable again.
Hey, go ahead.
All right, here we go. What was the question one more time, bro?
The question was
how I get past being nervous.
How you get past being nervous shooting in public?
Like, I be in my own world, bro. I be in my own world. You know what I'm saying? It's important for me to be in my own world because I'm sensitive to the world. You know what I mean? Like, and that's part of my photography. Like, I feel, bro. And like, I stop in the middle of some places, you know what I'm saying? What does weird me out sometimes, like, if I'm somewhere and like, if they getting a weird energy for me because I'm a tall black dude with a camera, you know what I'm saying? Taking, like, that shit fucked up to me, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me. That's how the world is, you know what I'm saying? And big, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
whatever. But that's just like the reality of the shit. So that happens, you know what I'm saying? But what also happens is sometimes like I be in my world and I be so focused that even that person that kind of looked at me crazy is like, what you doing? And then they see it like, damn, that shit. I'm like, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I literally gotta be in my own world. Like I follow my heart when I take pictures, bro. Like heavy. You know what I'm saying? Even when my daughter and she get irritated, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, you like that's what I wanted to talk to you about earlier. You was talking about your situation. I'm like, nah, bro, your camera is the vehicle, your heart is the driver. You know what I'm saying? Like follow your heart, get the fuck out the car in the middle of that, bro. And that's what made me dope. You know what I'm saying? And as you get older, sometimes you start to also feel, damn, why didn't I stop? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I should have stopped. Damn, I passed 3 or 4 of these jumps, whereas when you was younger, you'll stop every time. So it's like that's our journal. You know what I'm saying? And that shit made us feel something, you know? So that's what it be like. But I be nervous, yeah. But like also like different environments. Like the last thing I'll say is if I'm like at a paid situation, you know what I'm saying, where they got me in a room for like an occasion, like it's easy because they not supposed to be paying attention to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So catching all those organic looks and faces, bro, like that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's photojournalism, to be fair. But that I don't have to be nervous in that environment. But outside of that, bro, I just be in my own world, bro. So I just make it work. And then when people see what I'm doing, then they'd be like, oh, that's why he stopped time.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about types of photography. Like, so I mentioned earlier, man, I feel like you got a signature. You know, it's like you'll make a video and I just feel like it's just a bunch of B-roll, but it's like everything means something. Like I think you had the last few when, you know, everybody had the blicks or whatever, and it was just people of all shapes and sizes. They just was in the video, and I was like, these niggas is chilling, bro. Like, talk to me about your style, bro. Like, what do you call it?
Captivating, you know what I'm saying? But I would say I would call it the Olot. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has a story without it being said. You know what I'm saying? And this is my handwriting ultimately. You know what I mean? So I pay attention to things that talk to me, and I'm honest about it with myself in a moment. Slam dunk, and I just follow my heart, bro. It's literally just following my heart and just like capturing the mood. All the things that I like put in these visuals are literally the things that I see, that piecing up the story that I see in my mind. And that's how I want, like, even like to start telling movies. I want to start kind of shooting movies and shit. But like I'm literally just going with how I feel with it. You know what I mean? And then like kind of like replaying how the moments are going in my mind once I'm home and it's time for me to put it together. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, depending on how they make me feel, I get in the car and I start chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's literally like trust me type of moments. You know what I'm saying? Like I often go out with people and I ask them to stop and take a selfie, and I'm like, but I've gotten to the point where people actually, they'll stop now. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll fuck with me regardless of whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I love this shit, bro. Even this,
I can tell.
It got me here. You know what I'm saying? So
It did. So let's switch over to the paid gig side.
okay.
What's a usual for you?
A usual lifestyle branding. So like I'm a storyteller with brands. I work with a brand called Bouquet. I love them too, yeah. Like that whole squad over there. That's a well-oiled spirit over there, you know what I'm saying? And they all about making each other better. And to be a part of that, and them being able to reflect that and their care for the community at the same time is vicious, you know what I'm saying? And even in that, it's easy. It's not easy for me, but I get to document moments that I care about, and we can turn around and you know what I'm saying, put that on the content side situation. But and then the other thing would be events. Like I told you earlier, events are dope, bro, because sometimes they not even paying me enough. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of events though?
Like,
What's your best to least events? Or
are you talking about business wise?
no,
I
don't mean money. Like what do you like to do?
Okay,
and which ones don't you like doing?
Uh,
Or what type of photography do you not like doing? Both of them.
Okay.
Paid wise, yeah.
Pay wise, I like doing events. I love doing events, and I haven't done that many in a minute, but I would actually jump back into weddings. I'm nice as shit with weddings. Weddings are just difficult because sometimes,
I feel like sometimes you need more than one person.
No, you absolutely. I mean, depending on the size, you know what I'm saying. Yes, but you absolutely should have more than one person anyway. But they also got to pay for that shit too. You know what I'm saying. So, but you know what I'm saying. There's been moments where I've had to run weddings by myself. You know what I'm saying. But there's also been times where I've run as the second shooter. You know what I'm saying. There's been moments where I've hired second photographers or second videographers. So it's just I play my position, whatever I need to do, but. I'm nice as shit with weddings, you know what I'm saying? All this shit to me, honestly, is storytelling, bro. Every bit of it, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to those weddings, you know what I'm saying? You can't afford to miss no shots either, you know what I'm saying? You only get one opportunity to get that ring on and get that first kiss, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you gotta be on point.
And that's the one good thing about weddings. If you can shoot weddings, you probably can shoot a lot of things because you can't fuck up in no weddings, you know what I'm saying? That's a one and done, you know what I'm saying? And if you get nice at those, you'll know how to pay attention to everything and be able to get those sniper shots. Because those sniper shots are actually like valuable. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? So you try to pay attention to the value of what you're supposed to be doing in any genre of photography. But to answer your question, yeah, I'm for weddings. People hire me for weddings. Like I like those because they pay good. You know what I'm saying? But again, sometimes they could be a headache. People be over asking. But all that I will also say, if you are a photographer coming up and you're doing jobs, in some cases it's absolutely fine to overgive. You know what I'm saying? Even though they might not be paying everything, it's absolutely cool to overgive sometimes. But some people be nuts. Corp Jones, I don't really like that. Corporate Jones, I don't really care for like that.
Why not?
Like real estate Jones. That's too far away from me.
Are you talking about like the folks? They just need you to take pictures of the house.
Yeah, the spaces and shit like that.
It seems like it's just simple.
It's over simple, you know what I'm saying? But also they do a lot with it. It's a lot of layering with the lighting with that a lot of times too. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. But that's not my jazz, you know what I'm saying? Lifestyle and storytelling, lifestyle and photojournalism and like behind the scenes type shit. That's my rock star shit. That's when I go crazy. Those and events.
So one thing you said, man, that I think is definitely a part of what I'm learning that I like to shoot is definitely that photo when people are not paying attention.
Yes.
So I'm gonna use my wife for an example. Sorry, bro. Whenever we out somewhere, take a picture. And then she be like, well, tell me what to do. I'm like, just do whatever you're doing. Just let me get you just in the moment. Yeah. So it's a picture that I took of my wife. Either I took it or no, I think a friend took it. This is when we was dating. So this was like 2008. Mm-hmm. She had a picture in front of Old Navy. That's where she used to work in Rivertown. Mm-hmm. And she was sitting on the side and she was doing something and she was being goofy. She was like this. Being goofy. She had a long green little trench joint on and she had a red hoodie. Mm-hmm. And for the longest until I lost the picture, I always said, it's the best picture you ever took. Mm-hmm. Because you just in the moment. Like them be the best pictures. Like if you look on the wall right here, this photo right here with me and my other 4 men.
Yeah, walking.
That's me at the track.
Yeah.
We didn't even know.
Yeah.
That the guy took that picture, but then when I got it on Facebook on the DM, I was like, "Whoa!" I said, "I gotta frame this, bro. I gotta frame this." So if I could say what I love, I definitely love what is it called? I just say in the moment.
In the moment,
in the moment shots. I don't like
Candace.
Yes, what I don't like is like. If you just doing a photo shoot and you got the backdrop down, I don't think I would want to do that. I don't think I would want to do that. I like some shit that's out. So it's like my next venture of photo that I want to take in DC. It's gonna sound weird. two places. I want to somehow, some way, I want to get a photo of downtown DC 395. I want to get the highway, and I also want to get the buildings that's over in Southwest. All them empty apartment condos they built.
Okay.
I want to get that. And I also want to get a photo of the section right there on 8th Street, Bladensburg, Massachusetts, where all the cluckers be right there at the park. I want to get that. Like midday cluck fest. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious. I want to get a couple of, I want to get the 200 mil G-Lands. I just want to be out there joint off the sniper zone. Like, yeah. I want to get one right there, and I want to get some guys in front of like a carryout or a liquor store or something. I think that's kind of what I like right now, and because I feel like I've seen it, and in my head I'm like, bro, you can take this picture, but you just gotta find it. So every now I always take the camera with me.
Dog, like literally, just follow your heart, bro. You don't even have to question it sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you're not gonna have the energy towards it, but like follow that, young. You made me think about something. I remember this how bad it is for me. I remember one time it was me and a homie on some scooters, and my homie was talking. She was going through whatever she was going through, but she was going, bro. Like she was chopping it up so crazy, and it was all negative, and it was like kind of fucking up the day, whatever. But it was cool because I wanted her to vent. But long story short, bro, the whole time we was on the scooter, I had one earplug in, and I was listening to her. It was a movie kind of playing in my mind the entire time, you know? So I was listening to it, but I'm like I'm paying attention to life at the same time. So we get all the way to Howard University, and she basically goes crazy on me. She's like, you don't pay attention. I was like, well, it's actually contrary to belief. Like, I remember everything you said by the things that I seen when you said it. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of like spitting it back to her. And I was like, bro, I let you go crazy this whole time, and you ain't give me no break. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and I listened to you. I was like, don't say I don't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I got it bad, bro. Like, I be paying attention to everything. I pay attention to everything. And that's how I capture, like, that's how I take pictures. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have the eye, dog.
Yeah, bro. You gotta love it, bro. You gotta love it. You know, like, I look for color combinations. I look for depth. I look for contrast. I look for feel. I look for emotion. You know what I'm saying? I look for, like, things that make me think about food. Like,
so you doing all your post editing. You doing everything yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you using? Premiere?
No. Am I use it to edit on my photos and shit, or my videos?
Either.
I use Adobe. What is it? I use Adobe Photoshop, and I use Lightroom. Heavy on the Lightroom.
Lightroom on your phone or on your desktop?
On my phone and on my desktop. Heavy on both of them.
Lightroom is essential, bro.
But it absolutely is. You know what I'm saying? Some duckets just land good on the cami and on the phone naked. You know what I'm saying? So, but like for the most part, I like to dabble in the editing because that also help you kind of create your own situation. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like editing, or you just think it's essential? Yeah.
What kind of
exactly?
I
was waiting for you. I was like, I'm listening to you tell me this lie and say you like editing. Editing is the worst part of the whole thing.
Editing is the worst.
Depending on your workload, it is the worst. But when you done,
it's worth it every time. It's worth it every time. But like also like because of how I shoot too, bro, like I be knowing like how things are going to turn out. So I already know that I'm kind of looking for a contrasty situation that'll make the color pop. You know what I'm saying? Or that it looks sweet if I bring down the saturation. So it's like the moments already in the moments they want to, but now it's like, is it gonna look fire like this, or is it gonna look fire like this? You know what I'm saying? So it's like just having a bunch of crayons and being able to like color out the lines, bro. Like literally, man. So
okay. So talk to me about the market. Like, do you feel like the photography market, you feel like it's oversaturated?
So I'm saying yeah, but I'm not saying yeah to shoot nobody dreams down. You know what I'm saying?
Just you just stating the obvious.
Yeah, it's that, but also I want to touch on something that you said earlier. I wanted to hip you to about earlier, bro, about the groups and all that shit and how that shit made you. You said you wasn't really fucking with that.
So that's what happened. So, when you first start in photography, what you do? You take pictures of whatever's in your house. So I'm like, I got a dog, pit bull, Brindle pit bull. So I was like, man, let me see what this 50 do. So I sat there, took my sweet time. He let me take photos. I took photos of him, and I think this shit. I'll show you after. And I think this shit was amazing. I think it was the best picture I've taken. You know what I'm saying? Since I started. And I posted it in the group, and I said, hey, beginner photographer. All feedback is welcome. I said I shot this on Intelligent Auto, and I did a little bit of stuff in Lightroom. And it was a guy came in there, and he said, you have a lot to learn, and he's like, dabble into your aperture. And he said the likes are for your dog, not your photography skills. So I was like,
why?
So I was like,
why?
So at first I was like, damn, he went at me just now. So I didn't say nothing because somebody else came in and was like, oh, don't worry about the haters. He said mates. I guess he was a European dude. Yeah. He's like, don't worry about the haters, mate. He's like, you can learn some stuff. He's like, but keep shooting. He's like, I think the photo looks nice, overall. So that was just him just kind of saying like, yeah, it looked like some shit, but we ain't gonna get on you. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the guy comes back in, he says, no. He's like, no, your comment is dumb. He's like, because you're congratulating crappy photography. So I was like, damn, it's crappy though.
Yeah.
So then he said, unfortunately, yes. And then started saying, oh, their words are harsh now, but over time you'll thank me. So I said, okay, well, can you show me an example?
Yeah.
So I'm like, at this point, you done went at me twice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can you just show me an example to back up your statement?
Yeah.
So it was like 24 hours went. He hadn't said nothing. So I went to his page. I'm looking. I'm like,
right.
I don't see shit impressive. You know what I mean? So I go back. I said at whatever the dude was because he was a moderator for the page. So I'm like, this is like your page, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell is the group for?
Yeah.
So I said, listen, I gave you some time to provide me an example. I was like, I don't know if you didn't see my message, but I'm like, I went to your page and I didn't see anything impressive. I was like, I'm not gonna call your stuff crappy. I'm just gonna say not impressive.
Yeah.
I was like, you called me a dog photographer. I was like, I take photos of whatever. I'm just starting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you can't provide me with a solution or a response to my question, I was like, then you're just being an asshole.
Yeah.
And that was really the polite way. I could have just told him, eat a dick.
Yeah.
Bro, he reported my comment as bullying.
That's crazy.
So I came back and said, I said, eat a dick, bro. And then I removed myself from the group. Because I'm like, that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So I showed the photo.
I'm glad you got it off.
I'm like, I try to be professional about this shit. So I showed the photo to a couple other folks, and they was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I don't know, bro. Like, I didn't think even if I did say, if I didn't say I use Intelligent Auto, are you saying that because that's what I use, or you know what I'm saying?"
Yeah, like, first of all, I'm sorry that happened to you, bro. But like, unfortunately. I'm gonna say this, bro, like on some Muhammad Ali shit, bro. You gotta have motherfuckers like that to make you keep going. You know what I'm saying? He was absolutely trash. I wouldn't have never said that shit to you. You know what I'm saying? And like even to this day, like the one thing that I make sure I do is to say, I emphasize is, bro, like, I got mentors, bro. I got bammers that are nice as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nice as a motherfucker. Why am I going to shit on the next man? You know what I'm saying? None of y'all niggas really the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so it just come down to, like, humbling yourself and really, like, doing what you passionate about without dogging nobody and being able to. That's not my vibe, bro. I got a whole movement called Clean Energy, bro. And it's literally about, like, not letting nobody, like, shit on your ideas, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's me and you, bro, I'm like, all right, that joint tight, you know what I'm saying? That's your first, what's the name? You even got a story behind it. So regardless of what anybody say, your picture already valuable. Fuck what they talking about, first of all, you know what I'm saying? If you want to start paying attention to like the fur on his skin a little bit closer and his eye reflecting off the light, you know what I'm saying? Then you start dabbling into that. Until then, you know what I'm saying? Keep shooting until you find your way type shit, you know? Bruh, I had a conversation with a photographer years ago about that shit, about how those clicks was kind of moving like that and shit. And I wanted to be a part of that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I even went to a couple, but I couldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't like how they was moving. I felt like they was playing some favorites type shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, I didn't move like that, you know what I'm saying? And whenever I shoot with people, it's personal, you know what I'm saying? And they actually get to enjoy the experience of being in the space, you know what I'm saying? So it was better for me to move like that in the first place.
Okay. So just to piggyback off the oversaturated portion, honestly, I think it seems that way, but it's not. So my wife goes to this church. She goes to this church in Beltsville. And, you know, I go here and there. It's really not my scene. But, you know, I'll go on birthdays and Mother's Day and stuff like that. And, bruh, their media production team in that joint is top tier.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Zion?
I don't know the name of it. It's like right across from the
Glenarden?
No. It's in Beltsville, Calverton. You know what the old Calverton movie theater is? Right off. Oh,
95. Yes, I do.
So you know where the little Taco Bell, KFC down there is? It's on the other side of the street. It's them buildings right there. So it's a big old church up there. It's nice. It's real nice, bro. You go in that joint, and if you going in there with the photographer mindset, you want to see what they working with.
Yeah,
man, they got $1,000 camera, the $10,000 cinema joints on the walls all over there. They got the dudes walking around with the little vest joint and the camera hanging, and they doing it live. You got about 10 different photographers, lenses this long, all over the place, taking place. I'm like, damn. I'm like, it's that much money coming up in here that y'all can pay all these photographers?
Bro, going crazy. That sounds glorious, bro.
Every time I go in there, I ain't listening. I'm just looking. I'm like, bro, my man got a 4-foot G-lens, bro.
Tell me about. I want to go. I want to go one day. I want to see what they
my wife will tell you about it. She'll tell you. I get the
yeah.
information. I remember the name, but I don't remember.
Damn, all those like cameras going crazy though.
I mean, then you know you got the guy in the center, you know, with the so I don't know all the damn
terminology.
Shit. So he he got the camera using this joint. You got them. You got the dude. You got the band on the stage. You got my man right on the band. Like they set up. So soon as that, and then they got the big screen. Bro, it's like a movie.
Yeah,
like,
it's a concert.
Best production I ever seen, man. So
damn.
No, I don't think it's oversaturated. I think that it's this misconception that they're putting out here that like with these phones. Don't get it twisted. I got an S23 Ultra. I've taken some amazing photos with that phone, but it's still just a phone. It's only going to give you so much. These phones nowadays are going to give you which I consider my entry level camera. It's going to give you that. But it's not going to give you no Canon R4.
No,
it's not going to give you
I'm sorry, super fuck no.
It's not going to give you no Sony FX or ZV-1. It's not going to give you none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? What the chat talking about?
No, I'm just waving at people.
Any questions in the chat?
Let's see. Shout out to Pastor Key Battle. That's when I mentioned what's the name? Zion Church. My homie, damn, I forgot my homie name. My homie from South Carolina in this joint, Leah in this joint, Mitch, that's his name. Sativa in this joint, my man Reek in this joint. I ain't think this many people was gonna pull up.
They always pull up for you.
For the parking lot. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Reese, that's my brother name. Reese. I love you, Reese. I'm sorry.
So let's get back to it, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Let's talk equipment.
All right, let's go.
What you got? What you got going on right now? Tell me the situation right now. I need you to give me the Call of Duty. You got the gun. I need to know all the attachments, all that.
So I'm rolling chill, yeah. I'm saving up because I do want a Canon RS situation. But right now I got a Lumix that I've been rocking with. That's like my little video situation right now, and I got a Canon 7D. And I shoot with a 2070 lens, and I shoot with a it's not a 50, millimeter. It's like a 100 something. I forgot what the fuck it is. But I shoot with that, and I shoot with my phone, bro. Whatever, like I'm feeling in that mode, I just go between them three, bro.
Okay, so what'd you start with?
I started with a Canon Rebel. I had the little TI jump. I had that for a minute, but I moved to the Canon 7D, and that 2070, like you can't, like that lens was like my storyteller. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like real heavy. I had a 50. I traded the 50 for a 40 millimeter because I had the 50 for so long. And the 40 millimeter was cool, but that was like for more close type shit. You know what I'm saying? Super, super close type shit. But like I interchanged, bro. The last photo shoot that I did, I used the Canon RS and I had the 270, but it wasn't the 1.4, it was the 1.2.
1.2,
bruh.
That shit jumping out at you.
So, and you know what I'm saying, the dude was like, you could use my stuff whenever. I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying. So he let me do that, and I went crazy, you know what I'm saying. After that, I had another photo shoot when I used my Canon 7D, and I went and I got a 270 again. Killed that John, bro. And we did that in Baltimore, I think in Cambridge, but it's, you know, like between the camera, between the Lumix and the Canon itself, those are three different, what's the name, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about whatever mode we in, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going to a photo shoot, of course I'm gonna bring the Canon, you know what I'm saying? But the Lumix is more for the video storytelling, and if I want to do like some quick documents, like if I'm here with the Lumix now, I'm gonna take a picture, you know what I'm saying, of the paper and shit like that. But it's all about whichever way I'm going to, yeah. Like,
so is it safe to say you saying that Canon is overall best for the photos?
So
because what I'm hearing is between the Canon Sony war is Canon photo, Sony video.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. When you got it, you got it. If I could use this as an example, like if I stripped you down to everything, you know what I'm saying, and you had to go out and you couldn't get none of this same shit. You know what I'm saying? But you had to go with another way. I know I have faith in your ability that you would still go get a bomb ass audio mixer and that you would get another dope ass mic system and you would get better ass you know what I'm saying? So whatever brand you working with, bro, like literally it's just better is a perspective when you can actually be like, bro, like, nah, my shit could look dope right here and it could look dope in this joint right here type shit.
I heard the only difference was the blacks.
No. It's color. Canon color is uncanny.
That's what I was saying. They were saying that the Canon black and Sony black.
Sony not fuck wittable when it comes to the low light. They low light game it goes crazy. So Canon low light not really fucking with them. Even with they nice ass cameras, they go deep, but the best Sony low light, you're not fucking with that joint in a concert. And then if you want to flip over to video, you still not really fucking with Sony as far as that. But yeah, when it comes to like the picture game, I pick Canon because I'm like colorblind low key. You know what I'm saying? So
really?
Yeah. So like I struggle seeing certain colors and shit. But Canon kind of helped me do that because the colors pop. And what helped me first was I started a style where I was bringing all the saturation down anyway. You know what I'm saying? So my pictures had like a touch of gray, but then the colors would pop a little more.
I love that little, like, it looked like it's faded.
Yeah,
it looked like it got a little shadow on that joint, but like I fool with that too. I don't know the name of that either.
Nah, it's saturation.
Yeah,
It's just saturation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could shoot a monochrome, but if you do it in monochrome, I don't think you could bring the color back. But it's just like it became a thing that I was doing, trying to find my way what my style was going to be. You know what I'm saying? And that saturation really defined what I was doing in my own space. Nobody was doing that.
Okay. So, what could you recommend? What's a starter setup for a beginner?
Not the Rebel no more, yeah.
I had my first camera I had was a Rebel T6.
Everybody
I use it as a webcam.
Everybody, and it's still cool to use it as a webcam. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, it did the job. But I wanted more angles, I was like, I use it when I used to go live.
Yeah.
When we used to go live all the time on StreamYard. We had that joint. I used to sit right there.
Shout out to StreamYard.
You fool with StreamYard?
Yeah, I fuck with StreamYard. My man Alex put me on the StreamYard.
I was using Riverside first. Riverside was actually out before that. But what Riverside do is, man, like the audio don't be lining up.
That's a blow.
And I'm like, why does this keep happening? This is something like I dealt with like 3 years ago, and people still like, damn, man, what's going on Riverside? I'm like, how can y'all still be using this shit? Like, it be endless posts of people complaining about the audio not lining up, and the people still buy it. StreamYard was hands down the greatest.
Yeah, smooth.
Between your own overlay, being able to throw the questions in, outside of being able to, simulcast it and have it as many as up to 8 platforms. They kept adding shit, but
making it better.
I stopped going live. And it's honestly, man, once you start shooting more than one angle, dog, you start to look at shit totally different. You start to look at it like, bro, you really out like that. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is an automatic. If I'm watching your video, now I ain't talking about podcasts. If I'm watching your video and it's only one angle, I'm not gonna be there long. Listen, listen. If you just got one angle and it's just this wide ass angle of the entire room, I'm just stopping by. I'm just saying hello and I'm gone. I can't do it because I'm like, bro, you are leaving so much
on the table.
Cinema on that table,
yeah. But so I'm with you. Okay.
Well, and also it also depends on who you are. If you're somebody you've been doing it for a minute, I'm just stopping by, bro. Yeah. I'm here just long enough that it counts for you. If you got that shit, pop. Like I watch this podcast. I think they call themselves the Minimalists, and you should look them up. They pretty good. They get a shit ton of fucking followers too. They talk about I'll pull it up for you. They talk about all kinds of shit, but their background is just black. And they're all just sitting at a table, but because the equipment is so fucking good, and you can still see everybody clearly, and they talking about whatever. They got black dude on there, he be nigga this, they talk whatever. But they get on there, they had their guests, and the setup, for some reason, I'm like, damn, this setup is just so basic, it's good. And I'll watch it, and then some people's setups be too much. Because I know they say that, like, if you notice now, like when I'm looking at catching up on my sports and shit, and they had an analyst will be talking from his house. They always got a bunch of shit in the background. they got a glowing sign like right here, and they got the fucking dolls and shit. I'm like, that shit played, bro. We'll get into a lot of shit that people doing as far as editing and social media I think is played, but it's like you just doing it because it's the trending thing.
Okay.
But all right, so you said that you can start with a Canon Rebel.
Yeah. You can start with a Canon Rebel, man. Like people don't want to hear this shit, bro. But like you gotta hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a person that got money, then start with any Canon. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person that don't got money, start with any camera you can afford. You know? Like practicing is what's gonna make your shit dope. Then once you get the glick in your hand, you're gonna be able to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not going to say the basic answer everybody want to say because we all had the Canon T6, but you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. But like
the
pick
Amazon
up
kit, that kit, man.
Yeah. Even when you doing it as a business on some headshot shit, you can always improve yourself, right? But how do you improve yourself? You practice your ass off, you know what I'm saying? And you practice in different conditions, you know what I'm saying? So regardless of what you're doing, when you pick up that camera, you got to be serious about it, you know what I'm saying? And you got to always explore. So pick up all that shit and start telling your story. Your camera is your pen.
Oh man, you just dropping all the bombs today, man.
Nah, that's you.
Dropping that wisdom today, bro. So one thing I will say, man, because I know we talked about post production. Okay. The one thing that I see way too much of. First of all, death to vertical videos, vertical photos. I'm tired of it. Let's go back to horizontal, bro. Like,
why you say that?
It's stuff here, man. Sometimes you need that wide shot, man. So you know what I used to do because Reels, TikToks, Facebook Reels, and Instagram, all that shit vertical, 16 by 9. You know what I do, bro?
What?
I shoot that bitch horizontal, just like this. I clip it. I put it on my phone and I put it in CapCut, and I just do a canvas blur.
Yeah. And you put it from top to bottom.
put canvas blur top to bottom. Now it all depends. So when I do this clip and we both in the camera, because it's gonna be split screen.
Okay.
I'm gonna do split screen.
Yeah, that's gonna fire.
And then we both gonna talk, and it's gonna stay whatever size it is.
Yeah, that's tight.
You fucking with it or you not fucking. Simple as that. Now when I go to you and then it's just you talking, I might bring it up a little bit, but still enough that you still got the blur in the background.
Yeah.
And them captions.
Yeah.
That caption shit played.
Yeah.
Listen. I was just talking to my other man earlier. He editor, bruh.
You need it though.
I hate captions, bruh.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
you need it.
bruh, but you got to do it right. You got to know it. The font.
You do it right though.
The font, man. I don't do it no more.
You need to do it.
I can't, bruh. I feel like it's in the way. Look, the font matters. The location matters. The size matters.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? How fast you talking? Are the words coinciding?
Yeah.
Where is it at? Do you have people and the caption be right fucking here?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, move it out your face. Or it's all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then it's covered by your description.
Yeah.
Sometimes that shit just be in the way. If you just listen, and then you know the biggest thing with the captions,
Tell me.
Let's say you talking, and what am I doing? I'm looking at your fucking stomach instead of your face. You know what I'm saying? So
can I rebuttal?
Go ahead.
Can I talk? Okay. A couple of things I want to emphasize. Don't change your style. The other day when I was looking at your interview with the last dude, I was liking how you was going back and forth through that made me. I stayed interested in that. You know what I'm saying? You made it go back and forth when each person was talking. I love that about your shit. It's not boring, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all keep the personality up with that. Also, I would emphasize that you got a great voice, bro. Nobody sounds like you. You know what I'm saying?
I've been hearing that.
So, but you know, and to be honest, I'm around a couple of people that got just the voice, you know what I'm saying? And nobody's gonna sound like you. With that being said, I trust you don't want to do it, and yeah, it's played, but it's for audience that you don't know that you could tap in just by doing it.
I knew you were gonna say that.
And then the last thing I would say is I trust you to put it in the right spot. You're not just gonna put it anywhere. You don't structure something this dope and not take your time and find what your wave is. You know what I'm saying? That's even how you got here. You know what I'm saying? So like you saying you ain't fucking with it and you saying it's played. I get it, bro. But also people look at those videos more than they look at videos without captions on it.
I know, bro.
And then also think about it. If you say something that I don't interpret and I don't see it in listening, I'm gonna go back and look at your video again. That's 2 views out of 1 situation.
You got me on that one. You got me on that one,
bro. You got the whole package, bro. Your jumper nice, your layup game good, and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like just work on your left hand. That's it.
Left hand is a little weak.
It's not, bro. Nobody.
I'm playing with you.
But yeah.
So what's next for the brand, man? Like what's going on between now and next year?
I'm building with my homies this thing that we call Cannabis Commons.
Talk to me about it.
I want it to be, and somebody told me like one time at the parking lot, the original parking lot, they was like, before people hire you to take pictures, they need to pay you to be around you because of your energy and whatever. And that shit stuck with me. And I was like, man, I take that with me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's time to create. So I want to create a situation where I give people the moods that we have in the moment of creation and take them with them. So like, anyway, I want to get them. It's a thing that I'm putting together now. I explain the process to you just to be naked about it, whatever. We're having these photo shoots because like we are people that care about like the actual plant, you know what I'm saying? And then like the community of people that's like in there. I think they saucy, you know what I'm saying? I got introduced to this whole community through Bouquet for real. Cause Bouquet was like my first brand that I worked with, and I started being like the creative director for them. And so with like us working so well, it took us places, you know what I'm saying? I started getting introduced to all these people. Somehow in the mix, people start fucking with my photography, bro. you know what I'm saying? And I started getting more people like rocking with me, and I started working with other people. I work with my homie Contrast, and I work with my homie Kylie. Both great people I met in this space, and like people fuck with them, and we started having these photo shoots. They trusted me to do my thing. So long story short, we're doing this thing where we're building like a community of people that's just vibing out in their own spaces. So we've done 4 episodes so far, where we went with a thing where we went to this man's house or whatever, and he let us at his podcast situation, and he has like his own little grow situation in that joint. So the thing was, we was gonna have everybody like had like an expression of their favorite strain of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So one of my friends had cement shoes, mine was forbidden fruit, so I had some fruit in the joint. You know what I'm saying? So like, we just take these things that we create and we turn them into like little visuals and like I want to put a magazine together, a lookbook, right? The lookbook is gonna come with like a piece like from the Olot Parking Lot type of sweater situation. I want to add that to it. I want to add like a print inside the situation, and I want to give them like maybe like a thank you note or some shit for being a part of it, you know what I'm saying? But also kind of like encapsulate that. Like, I did one joint with the homie, and the thing was like old school, like 80s type of situation. Like, I don't tell these people necessarily what they wear, but they asked me and we put it together, and everybody showed up doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? It had the 80s mood. Everybody picked their own shit, and it just worked so well. We was on the beach near the boat, and like, what I'm really trying to say is, at the end of it, one of the dudes was like, dog, I was basically forced to have a good ass, beautiful day today. And to explain that as a photo shoot is like, all right, we did exactly what we were supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? So now that we had these pictures that we took for that moment, they'll never forget this shit ever, you know what I'm saying? And now we can kind of like, all right, now we can have on a shirt from that day, you know what I'm saying? Or we got a print from that day, or we got the whole lookbook from that day type of situation. So that's what I'm trying to do with that. I'm trying to figure out how to package it for real, but this is like the beginning stages of that, man. But it's allowing me to like learn more about the plant and learn more about the people in the community, and it's actually giving me more confidence, because when they come to me, it's like, what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? So they believe they believe in the vision and the visuals whenever I come up with these concepts.
Damn, that shit gonna be crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. But like, I can't do it by myself. I know that, you know what I'm saying? And but I know what I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? And I got people behind me, and even like, especially my team Bouquet, like those, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of this shit without them, because like they are a real unit, and they inspire me to like make myself a better man in life. You know what I'm saying? Not even just in this photography space, but I just got a lot of things that are encouraging me and like pushing me to like really turn this thing. And then another thing I wanted to add to it, bro, like, I do music too, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I do like these little rap situations. So now when I'm doing like these visuals from these photo shoots, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to give them a piece of art for them to walk away with that got multi-layers, you know what I'm saying? So now you don't just have a lookbook, you got some music to go to, you got a playlist to go to, you know what I'm saying? So it's me being able to just pour an experience onto something they can take home with them.
I appreciate you sending me the little playlist too.
Yeah.
You know, that's right up my alley. You know, that's all I listen to.
I want to do a photo shoot for you too, bro. Like,
for real?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. This was dope, bro. I look, you care about this thing like how I care about photography. You know what I'm saying? Even though you don't want to put no captions, that's just one. that's just one hump, and because like, you are so astronomically far further than a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, again, I'm like, just keep going, bro. Don't stop. This is like that, bro. So to even invite me to this, like, yeah, let's do that. Why not, bro?
Well, I'm in a space, man, where, you know, when I came into 2023, my goal was to network. Or collab, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, well, let me just start with the folks who I've already kind of low-key reached out to or spoken to. Because there's a lot of people. I probably have, you will be number 2 of about probably 8 or 9 other people that I need to interview, as well as cover sports. Let's get a clap on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, we gonna make it work, man.
yeah,
but
yeah.
a friend of mine was like, well, man, why don't you just try to do 2 interviews in one day? I'm like, nah. You know why I won't do that, bro?
Tell
Because
me.
I can't do this twice
Okay,
in one day.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
can't come in this joint, really just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? We having a good ass time, really vibing, and then get a totally different personality in here. I'm gonna be like, man, I need a nap or something. You know what I'm saying? Or I gotta take time to get all the shit off the camera.
Yeah, and that's the
Eat,
process.
chill for a second. You know, like I said,
yeah.
my editing process is.
And you gotta have the energy for that though.
Yeah, bro. A lot of times, bro, like I used to be so critical about every week. It gotta come out every week. It gotta come out. And now it's like, if I don't have nothing, bro, why put out some bull? You know what I'm saying? Or I'll just cover the social media.
Yeah.
Because at least if I just if you just cover the social media,
you still,
you know what I'm saying, the people ain't really you're not really missing out. You're just like, well, look, at least he giving us something. You know? What I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think that's a great idea, bro.
It is.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
It is, and that's really what it is. I'll tell anybody, man. Like I always say, man. Even with both professions, man, it's a slow road, man, and You can't rush it. You know, I tell myself all the time, man, I'm really ready to go out here and be a photographer for hire or be a producer for hire. Not yet.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you depending on the situation, man, you really only got that one time to make that good impression, man. You know what's crazy? So I did a photo shoot. First photo shoot for a friend. She was doing a baking class. And I did photo and video. So I did it with my phone. I said, I'm gonna do the video with my phone. It's just easier. And I said, I'm gonna do the photography with my A6000. So I had a tripod that I was just using as my little, you know, gimbal type of joint. And I used the camera, and I was going back and forth. I put a wireless lavalier on her because she was giving like a tutorial to some kids. I was like, look, I'm gonna put this on you. You just talk. And don't even worry about me. You know what I mean? Bro, I sat there, did about 7-minute video. The video was about 45 minutes. Got it down to about 6.5, 7 minutes. I said, I can't chop it no more. Gave her about 50 photos. And bless her heart, she went and uploaded them photos. She ain't had the settings set on. You know, on Instagram, you gotta have the highest quality photo upload.
Yes.
She ain't had that on. She posting these pictures. I was like,
terrible.
you're not doing me no justice right now. And then she took the video that I made and she sped it up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, why you ain't just say this what you want? But she, you know, she ain't really.
No, she wasn't.
You know, she ain't savvy like that. You know what I mean? So she didn't know, but I'm like, damn. I'm like, but you. And then she was like, well, I'm gonna put this on YouTube. I'm like, I would have shot it horizontally. I shot it vertically. I'm like, you gotta tell me this. I asked you. You know, so. But it was a learning experience, and I made like $150 off of it. So I was like, shit.
Let me say a couple of things though. As far as that vertical thing, bro, you know, I would suggest this too. Like I first of all, you don't have to change shit. I think your production is dope. But as far as that vertical shit, I tell this to people I work with, like, bro, make people turn their phones to the side. Still use that vertical space and then make it bigger.
I did it for my intro video.
And my thing about that is now you're giving people like a movie type of situation. You know what I'm saying? And you're making them be interactive with their phone. And it's an extra layer to that going back and forth with the production. So not only are you going back and forth in production, you making them move their phone. That's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, just like take advantage of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I do, because in some of my visuals, you got to be close up on it, and the quality got to be A1 for you to be that close to it. So yeah, man, just think about that, bro. Like,
okay. Well, you got anything else you want to cover?
No, man. I want to thank you for having me here. Thank you for letting me talk about cannabis comments, Sean. Thank you for having my daughter, you know what I'm saying, chilling out there playing PlayStation. My baby birthday was the other day, so happy birthday
what
to
day?
you. The 14th.
My son was the 13th.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Happy birthday, bro.
13 years old.
Yeah, 14 years old. Yeah.
So look, man, before you get off, man, definitely, you know, I know you didn't congratulate and thank me enough. I gotta let you know, man. I definitely appreciate you getting on. My wife knows you.
Okay.
She said y'all went to school together. I was from where? You know what I'm saying? But no, she said, no, that's Justin.
Yeah.
So you know, you know who my wife is. Yeah. So you know, she was always like, man, you know, y'all should do something. And I was like, we're going to do it. But she told me that a while ago, you know, and I just thank you for, you know, just something that was an idea. And then we actually bringing it to the stew to lay it down. Definitely dope. But let everybody know, you know what I'm saying, your social media, where they can find anything you need to let these people know to find you. Let them know now.
Hit me up on Instagram at the Olot Parking Lot. Is TheOlotParkinglot. It sounds like a lot, but once you say it back to back, it starts to sound like a symphony. I promise. My email's also the Olot Parking Lot at gmail.com. And my website is the Olot Parking Lot. If you go to my Instagram and you tap my link tree, it'll take you to my website and to my YouTube and all that stuff. So, man, hit me, man. Like, I'm so approachable, young. To that point, the last thing I want to say is, like, some people be following me on Instagram. And when I be saying them, they be like, yeah, I was gonna talk, but XYZ, like, talk to me, bro. I don't think I look mean, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm approachable, but man, when y'all be out, like, I see a lot of people and I work with a lot of people, and sometimes I don't remember everybody, you know what I'm saying? Please talk to me. I'm not the bougie nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the nigga that's like I like meeting people, and like, y'all inspire me. If it makes you feel something, bro, and you fucking with me, like, then I've done my job, and we need to communicate that to each other, you know what I'm saying? So if I could share my gift with you, man, let me know so I know it's working and I can keep doing it. So yeah, that's what I want to say.
Look, there you have it, man.
Yeah.
Mr. Olot himself, man, in the stew.
Yeah.
We are done. Copping out.